I sure as shit hope so. I can hear you. That's all that
Can't hear me.
matters.
I had myself muted. I got you unmuted, and then I talked, and I didn't unmute myself. So here we are. Hello, THL. Hello, all of our thousands upon thousands of viewers out there right
All
now.
three of you that are actually viewing.
Very, very few people. But that's not the point. That's not what we're here to do today, Nick. You know, we're not here to people please. We're not here
No,
to,
we are
to be
not.
here for everybody else. This is what you and I were going to do tonight anyway, and now you guys get to see it.
Yeah, we originally planned to do this, and then I got excited about the new Godzilla movie. I went there. I blew all my energy. I was going to come home, pack a ball, and then go to bed.
Yeah.
And then you shot the idea for the Barstool meet, and I'm like, you know what? Let's go. I'm in.
It was great. Like an hour ago, I was like, yeah, dude, I'll be on in 10 minutes.
I was like, yeah, 10 minutes. 60 minutes later.
Oh, man. My computer, the problem is, like, Frank, before he got it all covered in olive oil, he ran all the streams, and it was from a very, very powerful desktop computer that he uses for gaming. So there's tons of computer power. My computer is just my work computer. Like, I have one computer, and it's my laptop, and I use it for work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it does
it's your
it does not
multi-purpose
have
tool.
the power to really be doing what I'm doing, let alone anything extra.
I will point out that, yes, I am wearing a bald eagle hat. Uh, we decided to put on just some weird hats right before the stream went on.
Yeah, you know, I
So-
didn't realize how strong your hat game truly was. Because what you said to me was, put on your weirdest hat. So I put on a hat that says Kala fucking Rado that Eddie brought up for me from Adam and Eddie both. So thank both of you guys for the hat. I've never actually been to Kala fucking Rado. So to me, this is my weirdest hat. And then you were like, yeah, cool, I'll grab mine. And it took you 4 seconds to find an eagle like hat like that.
A full bald eagle.
You have to wear this often. It was readily available. Like you were like, oh, let me grab my hat, and it was on your head.
The bald eagle of THL, the unofficial
Bald
mascot.
eagle of THL. I absolutely love it. I wish my computer wasn't so shitty because I would make that your name right now.
We are America's hookah forum.
Yes. Oh, Nick, we have to
Oh,
have a
that's
photo
beautiful.
shoot. I got to get you like in a flannel with no shirt underneath and some short shorts and that hat, maybe
Dude.
some high socks.
You're in for a treat. I actually have a pair of short shorts. I collect flannels and dumb hats. You are in for a treat, my friend.
We are we are going to have. You heard it here first, you guys. Right here on the Barstool Meets. Wait, I do have this ready. Breaking news. We got some breaking news here for the Barstool Meets. There will very shortly be a photo shoot with Nick as our new mascot, as the THL bald eagle, representing all things America, like your B2 mouth tip.
Everything's made in America except for my hookah.
Yeah,
The
but we can
B2
work
mouth
on that.
tip, the Moses hose.
We can work on that. We can work on that. We'll get you where you need to be.
I'm in. Let's go.
What are you smoking tonight?
Right now, I have, this is actually like the third round of Coles, so it's on its way out. But I'm smoking 50-50 of sour watermelon Tangiers and papaya sorbet Tangiers.
Nice. How do you like the sour flavors from Tangiers? I haven't. You know what? I'm a liar. I did try it because Frank had packed a bowl and I had a couple puffs, but I haven't actually purchased any to like play with it and really taste it.
Sour watermelon from Tangiers is my favorite flavor of all time. Like,
Really?
hands down. But they're special edition. And I don't remember where I heard it, but I heard they might have discontinued the special edition, like the gold, like the orange label. So I saw that Hookah John, excuse me. They were having a sale on like Tangiers. It was like buy three get one or whatever like that. And I saw it and I was like, all right, I definitely got to get one now. So I had to get sour watermelon, and it was just the yellow line, the noir line, which it still tastes fine. Tastes exactly the same, just don't get the buzz. But I can't complain.
Yeah.
It's still the same flavor I love. So
Now, are you? I know it seems like Bree smokes a lot of blondes, or am I wrong?
no, she does. She prefers blonde to a dark
And
leaf.
now, do you prefer dark leaf or do you prefer blondes, or do you do both?
I mix both. Like it depends on what mood I'm in. If like I'll come home from work and I'll have like a long ass day sitting in front of the grill for like 10 hours straight, and I'll come home, I'll sit down in my chair, just relax, And I'll be like, what do I want to smoke? Something fruity, something minty, and I'll just go with the flow, see what I'm feeling. I'll just smell a bunch of shit and then just, pack a bowl and then go from there.
Gotcha. See, I prefer dark leafs like for just smoking, but
Yeah,
for especially for doing the streams and stuff, I like to
yeah,
do a blonde because you don't have to pay as much attention to heat management.
yeah. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me talking out of my ass. But I do think that dark leaf seems to last a little bit longer. Like I could probably do like maybe a round and a half to 2 rounds of
Yeah.
coals for a bowl of blonde leaf. Like no matter how I pack it, maybe it's just me.
No, I agree.
But when it comes to dark leaf, I could sit there with 2, 3 rounds of coals and just get bored of the flavor before it even kicks.
Yeah, I think that's the
So
case for most people, especially once you learn how to heat manage well with the dark leaf. Like once you learn,
yeah,
whatever brand it is, once you learn the best way to do it, it's easier to get it to go for longer, for sure.
yeah, oh yeah,
And I think part of that for me, like the reason why I feel that way, is that the flavor can start to die down some. Like, like say you're smoking maraschino cherry, the maraschino cherry flavor can start to die down some, but you start to get like the tobacco notes and like the earthy notes, and the flavor's still there, but it's more muted, but it's still very pleasant to
yeah.
smoke. Whereas with the blonde, when the flavor goes away, you're just
It's
blowing
nothing.
clouds. That's nothing. Like there's nothing. There's no.
Yeah,
You could keep smoking if you want. Like it's not burnt. It's not gross yet, but
yeah,
like I know some people do say, oh, I smoke 4 hours for alfalfa. You can like it'll keep producing smoke, but I'm the same as you with blondes. I'm usually like a round and a half.
yeah. Like at that point, you just get bored of the flavor.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not gonna lie on this one. This is absolute truth. I remember when I first started getting like bigger into hookah, like finally moved out of quick lights. This was maybe like 5, 6 years ago now. Moved out of quick lights and then moved on to natural coals, heat management stuff. Had a original Harmony bowl,
Yeah, I have one.
and I packed Haze Cucumberita with a Provost and 2 cubes. I did 6 round of coals on that thing. That lasted almost 4 hours long.
I know I just said that about blondes, but haze used to really last a long time. Lately, when I've had it, it hasn't been as good as what it used to be, like 5 or 6
Yeah.
years ago. Not that it's
Hmm.
bad. Like I'm not bashing or anything like that. Like I still smoke haze. I like it. But the longevity, it used to be better for longevity, and I feel like, and again, I haven't like tested this in length, like to do I'm just talking shit, but like I feel like it used to handle heat a lot better than it does now. Like I don't know enough about tobacco to be able to tell, or I haven't looked anything up, obviously, but I feel like there's been a real change in the quality of the tobacco that they're using.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I don't know what it was. I remember they had a big thing back in the day when I first started. Like before I even started smoking, I worked in hookah lounges since I was 14, running karaoke.
Right.
Like I've been around hookah for years before I started smoking. Then on my 18th birthday, I went to a lounge. And I was like, all right, let me see what the whole big deal is on, and I got hooked ever since. So, but being around it for so long, I remember Haze. It was like, oh man, it's not Nakla, it's not Alfaka, it's not Starbuzz. It's like this weird brand name that nobody else knows about at this time. And they brought it over here, and I had it, and I actually had an allergic reaction to it.
Oh
Like
fuck.
they used to have like that green dye in a lot of their flavors,
Yes.
where it was like that really fluorescent green, like Degeneration X from the 90s,
Yeah.
like came in and just spray painted your hookah. Like, and
Yeah, and your
so
water would
like
get real weird looking.
yeah, it looked almost like bird shit. It
Yeah, it
was
was
not pretty
terrible.
looking. But like I remember I had an allergic reaction. I was lucky it was a minor reaction. Like my throat didn't close up or anything like that. I just like broke out really itchy, a little bit of hives. And like I'm not allergic to much. Like but maybe just seasonal allergies at this point. But yeah, like I every time I would smoke it, I'd get really itchy and break out into like hives. So I just stopped smoking, and then I heard they revamped a couple years after that. And then I tried them again. They had no green dye in any of their stuff, and I just, I kept going with it. And it lasted a while, and then their quality went down. And I just stopped buying, unfortunately,
Yeah, I'll
because I
still pick
love
it
their
up.
flavors.
I'll still pick it up from time to time because it's one of the few brands that are locally available to me. Like it's
Yeah,
like there's a shop near me that there's a bunch of places that have Alfakar and Starbuzz and Social Smoke, and then there's one place that has Alfakar, Sometimes they'll have like Awaha, which I'm not a huge fan of Awaha.
Yeah,
And they'll also have they always have haze. So when I start to run out of flavors, I'll go and pick up some Alfacher and I'll pick up some haze. So I still smoke haze regularly, but and again, it's not that it's bad. Like if you like haze, I'm not saying that you're wrong. Like haze is fine. I still like it. I still smoke it. But it used to be a lot better.
oh yeah, like the quality definitely dipped, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But like every company will go through a period where like quality just dips a little bit, and it's not like depending on how they see how it's dipping or how they handle it is the longevity of that brand's basically 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, and I think part of it too, honestly, it may not really matter to them as much on the grand scheme in the grand scheme of things. Like us feeling like their quality has gone down, and like me and you saying, oh, I don't buy as much of it as I used to. Even if the entire enthusiast market feels that way, it might not hurt haze at all. So like they might have made a move where they're making their product for less money. So even though they might have a little bit less sales because the enthusiast market who wants to smoke for 3 or 4 hours realizes the decline, so they stop buying it, they might still be making more money because your average person who just likes hookah isn't us.
Yeah, they're not.
You know what I
they're
mean?
not in it
Lounges
for the
that are
long haul.
buying kilos of it for people that are coming in with quick lights and doing one round of Coles and then they're gone. They don't care. Like, you know what I mean? It still tastes
And
good.
it's also a good. Yeah, it's a good price point for the lounge at that point.
Yeah,
That's a business
exactly.
move on that end.
Exactly.
Like unless you're opening up a higher end lounge like that, like if you want to open up a higher end lounge where you expect your customers to come in, sit, eat food, do whatever, smoke hookah for 3-4 hours, then by all means get the higher quality stuff. But that's why Alfacher, Starbuzz, and all that other stuff works very well for lounges.
Yeah.
When I worked in lounges, I noticed that very quickly.
Yeah. And they're real sweet. They're not like a heavy tobacco-y kind of taste. They're not buzzy because like we like the buzz. It's like, oh, I wanted the buzz. I want to smoke Burley. I want to get some buzz. I'm going to smoke Tangiers. I get the Bobo Backer that's fucking crazy buzzy. Super fun for us. If you're not used to smoking, if you're someone who goes out, 3 times a year and stops at your local hookah lounge and you have a bowl of Tangiers that's packed correctly and managed correctly and it smokes perfect, there's a good chance you're going to get sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like unless you're also like a cigarette smoker or you vape at a high nicotine level or something like that. Like if you don't smoke but you go out with your friends to a lounge, like you're gonna have girls throwing up. Like you can't have
a
it.
pretty sight. And maybe it's just me. I'm not a pretty puker. I don't try to go out of my way to look beautiful while I puke. I don't puke often. I don't get sick, which is nice. And when I do get sick, it hits hard, but I don't get sick often. So I try not to puke as much as some other people do.
I feel like, I'm the same way. I got to tell you, I'm a very large man. However, I'm not, okay. I don't get like man colds that people talk about. Like I am able to work through most illnesses, and like, so people will say, like Frank has actually said it to me, like you barely ever get sick. No, I barely ever let getting sick affect me. Like I can deal with being, having a head cold. I can deal with I'll go to work and have bronchitis. Like I can deal with all that. If I start throwing up, I turn into a 4-year-old. Like I'm 30 years old, and if right now I get sick to my stomach and start throwing up, I am crying. Like not like tears are coming out because I'm puking. Like I'm literally in the bathroom, like please call my mom. Like I'm like really having a major meltdown about it. Like I will fight throwing up.
Like it's your best friend.
Yeah, I will fight throwing up to the point that like how like sometimes when you're sick, like you need to throw up and like you feel like you'll feel better. I'm telling my body like no, fuck you, we're not throwing up. It's staying in.
Like, I will fight myself.
You're just gonna be sick today.
Battle.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, like have you ever been like so sick to where the point you got angry that you're sick?
So, have you ever had a kidney stone?
Happily, no. I was about to say sadly, and I'm glad I got myself.
Dude, I've had my kidneys. I had a scan done the last time I had to go to the hospital for it, and my kidneys are just full of stones. They're just full of stones.
You got to stop eating rocks, pal.
I know. Well, that's the problem. But it's like
gravel is in such high abundance over in Jersey.
it's such a
street snack.
It's such a high level of pain. Like the first time it happened to me, I legitimately thought I was dying. Like I was actually I went out with my girlfriend for her 21st birthday, the night that, like she was the day that she was from 20 to 21. So we went out at midnight and just drank from 12 to 2, and got super drunk. I mean, like ordered all kinds of shots, like went crazy for those 2 hours, and then came back and go to bed. My parents were, I was still living at home, and my parents were down the shore, I think. So we went back home, went to bed, and all that stuff. In the morning, she wakes me up, and she's like trying to fool around, and I'm like, something's wrong. I'm sick. I thought it was from drinking. So I go downstairs. I'm throwing up. Like I'm so sick. I'm in so much pain, and I got like this pain like in the front part of my stomach, and I'm dying. Like I really, like I had myself. I had to call my parents. I'm like, I'm going to the emergency room. Like you guys need to come back up. I was in so much pain that I was like legitimately, I had myself convinced, like not only like am I not, like I'm in pain and it hurts and something's obviously wrong, I'm dying. Like I'm going to be the person that everyone talks about at our high school reunion. Like I can't believe he's already fucking dead. like I was so sure, like this is it, this is cancer. Like this is terrible. This is the end of my life.
Yeah.
And it was the smallest stone that I've ever had.
Like, all right, round 1, I lost.
Yeah. And it was literally
like,
this.
I've had gallstones.
Yeah.
Like gallstones are no joke. That shit hurts. But I can tell you what, one of the worst pains I've ever experienced in my entire life was gas pains. And I had gastric bypass at a really young age, so I do have like some intestinal issue, but I'm able to like handle it fairly well. So I will get gas pains from here and there. And the first time I got it was like 3 or 4 years after my surgery. And I was terrified because my stomach muscles were almost like seizing to the point where it felt like cramps just ripping my like chest and my abdomen apart. And then I felt it like in my chest, like in my chest cavity. And I was like, I'm having a fucking heart attack at 22.
It's scary, dude.
Like it's horrifying. And like I was like, I literally had surgery to stop this from happening. What the hell happened?
Yeah.
You know? And that sucks, man. And I literally just took Beano and just farted for like 4 hours straight, and I was fine.
I mean, the thing, it's funny because it's farting, and farting is funny, but that shit is, like, it's weird how just a gas pain can cause that much pain. It's never happened to me, but I know people that it's happened to. And, like, I've been with people that, like, we had to take to the hospital. Because it's like you think that something's really, really wrong. And then, like, the doctor started it was one of the funniest things that ever happened. I'm not going to say who it was. It's a family member of mine. But we go to the hospital, and the doctors are doing, like, trying to figure out what's wrong. And they press on his stomach, and he just, like, farts. Like, this, like, ridiculous, loud, like, it was like, and then he was all better. And the doctor was like, well, that was it. You're welcome.
I'll send you the check in the mail. It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I just paid this $200 copay to fart in front of a doctor.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, and nurses. Like, he was in so much pain, he's crying. Ah! And then, like, they're like, all right, let's see what's going on. And, like, they just pushed on him, and it was like, I feel better.
Ta-da. It's like some Harry Houdini, David Blaine shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you could have just told me to take some laxatives and I would have been fine. Like, you're an asshole.
But
they charge you for walking in the door.
The kidney stones. So that first time I had it was actually the smallest stone that I've ever had. Like I didn't ever actually even feel it come out or anything like that. Like eventually I passed it and I just felt better in a few days. The last one I had was the biggest one that I've ever had, and I woke up in the morning and my back was sore, and then it moved. Like I felt the pain move. Like I felt the pain move around to the front of me. And I was like, "Oh no, that was a kidney stone," and I was in so much pain. I laid on the bed on the couch, and my girlfriend was away, so I'm home by myself. It's like 8:00 in the morning on a Sunday, and I had to call my mom because I was like, "Mom, you gotta come get me to the hospital. There's no way I can drive." And from the time it took my mom to get from her house to my house, which was like 25 minutes, my pain intensified by like 100 times. I went from like literally like feeling like I'm about to die to like 10 minutes later really angry that I wasn't dead yet. Like I'm ready to go. This is it. Like no, this is bullshit. Mom's not here yet. I got at least another 20-minute ride to the hospital, and they're gonna leave me in the waiting room for God knows how long. If I had a gun, I would have definitely shot myself in the face.
It's like I already clocked out of this thing called life. I'm ready to go
done.
home.
Yeah, this is it. I had a lot of fun. I got the this has been a good run. I'm finished. I'm ready to go. It was so bad. It was so
One thing I
bad.
always like to say is I lived a good life. Not a long one, but a good one so
Yeah.
far. You know, I had my fun. All right, so I've always had something on my mind since the gala, and everything about the gala was absolutely great. I had one of the best days of my life there. I got to meet so many awesome people, like getting to see you again, getting to meet all these people, even Derek, the dude who lives 10 minutes from me that I don't
Hmm.
even get to see. like, like, but meeting everybody, it made me so angry that everybody is so much taller than I thought, and they're just looking down at me, a foot shorter than them, and I'm just so mad because I'm tit level on them. I'm like, I can punch you in the knee with an uppercut. Like, it's not
Yeah.
fair. Just like, no, it's not fair at all. Why is everybody so tall? And I'm over here ready to just like go to the lollipop guild for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I mean, that obviously is the most amount of people from the group that I have met. Like I've met plenty of people from the groups. You know what I mean? Like I've had little mini meetups where you meet people, or people stop by, or you meet at a lounge or whatever, when they're
Yeah,
just coming around. But meeting all like that many people all at once, it was amazing to me to just see everyone like getting along and like being normal people. You know what I mean? Because the internet
yeah,
is different. Like you're never sure. Like it's like I mean, not that we thought there was going to be like fights or problems or anything, but like there was a little bit of nervousness because like very very often many of these people that are coming are our most active posters, and a lot of times these people fight with each other hard,
yeah.
like really hard.
Like you don't know if like that grudge is gonna suddenly like happen once you
Yeah,
make
like
eye
like we were all
contact.
excited. We were all excited. It was like the night before, and I started thinking about it. I'm like looking at the guest list, and I'm like, I feel like I've messaged these two about having to not talk to each other anymore, and I'm pretty sure this one has that one blocked. Like this could, like maybe this wasn't a great idea, but it was great. It was perfect. Everyone got along great. Everyone it was super cool.
Oh, it was amazing. I just had an absolutely amazing time.
Yeah, and I know that there had been like other situations where there's been meetups and stuff, but especially in such a enclosed area and the amount of people that we had coming, there's
Yeah.
no getting away. Like if you really hated someone, it's hard not to see them if they
Yeah,
happen to
like
be
if you
there.
didn't like them and then started something and tried to get away, there's 30 people in your way to the door.
Yeah, I mean,
Like you
and
gotta
your only
bob
options
and
to
weave to
leave. I
get
mean,
out of
it's
it.
it's one room. It was a big room, but it was real. I mean, well, it was a couple of rooms, but for the most part, all of the hanging out was in the main section of the space that we had. So like,
Yeah,
it would have been really hard. Like if two people hated each other, or if there was a group of friends that hates another group of friends, what are we gonna
yeah,
do? Like they're.
exactly.
You know what I mean? But that didn't happen,
Yeah,
luckily. But it was something that I didn't even think about until literally like, hours before the event. I was like, I'm looking at who else
yeah.
coming. I'm like, oh man, like I know he hates him, and I remember like they had a problem with each other. Like you're going through the list, it's like, uh oh.
Something might happen.
Yeah, I mean, I hope not, but this could go sideways,
You're just rolling dice down the staircase and hoping for the best. It's like
right?
playing a game on Price is Right. Like, no, but it was an absolutely amazing time. I can't thank you enough for it, man. It was awesome.
I
You
mean,
and
I know
Frank.
I talked about it a few times in the show. I talked about it with Bree, and we talked about it at the gala. But I mean, I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, you guys helped a ton, a
Oh, of
ton.
course, dude. Like
Yeah.
you looked like you were a little bit stressed out, so we're like, what can we do to help, dude? And you're like, I don't know. So we just like took it upon ourselves. We're just like, we'll do whatever we can. So like that way, when he gets to it, he'll realize it's already done.
It
And
was
then
amazing.
we're
I
good to go.
literally, I told Bree about it, and I know you guys, because me and Frank went in the back to talk with the manager of the venue and to go over stuff and that kind of things. And I came out, and you guys already had all my stuff packed up, and I was like legitimately about
Yeah.
to cry. Like I was like, you guys packed all my stuff up, and you're like, yeah, all the stuff's in the
You're like,
bags. Like, oh my god, like I couldn't believe it.
There is a God. Like,
Yeah, I was like, I was dreading doing
No,
that
but,
anyway, and
like,
now I spent an hour back there, like.
yeah, like that's just me and her's personality. Like, no matter what, we're always gonna help out. We always have that weird mentality where we just want to help people,
Yeah.
and it's just how we were raised. I guess I don't know, but I'm not shitting on people who aren't raised exactly the same as me. I don't
No.
want to come off as that, but like, just I was always raised to just help people whether they ask for it or not, because they're still going to be appreciative of it whatever happens.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I think that stuff like that comes back.
Karma's a bitch most of the time.
Yeah, but if you do the right stuff, then people are gonna do the right stuff by you. I mean, people remember.
Exactly. How many people we got in the stream?
I'm not sure. My reading is in. It never works for me when I'm actually streaming to tell me how many people are watching.
So say we got anybody in the chat? Give some shout outs.
Let me see the chat. We only have one person in the chat right now, Ann Gwyneth, who said "oof." I'm guessing she was talking about either kidney stones or you farting. But that's it.
I'm gonna place money on it's me farting. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've actually been kicked out of bars for farting and shitting. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, I've heard bits of these stories. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but please tell me one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start it off with everybody's lucky because I didn't do it at the gala because we would have been kicked out. Like that is an absolute promise. We would have been kicked out. But so there was a bar like 2 shops down from the old hookah lounge I used to work at, and I would go over there because the hookah lounge only had one bathroom. It was a unisex bathroom. It was a very, very small lounge, and I wouldn't be able to go there because it was just a customer bathroom, and that had to be the employee bathroom too.
Right.
So I would go down to the bar next door that has bathrooms for both, and I would just go there. I'd feel bad because I'd be like, all right, can I get like just let me get like a Miller High Life or something. Grab that, go in, pretend I'm taking a piss, wait till nobody's in the bathroom, and just go and just let it rip. But we're getting real nasty here on the THL today.
I like it.
So I come out and I sit down, and it doesn't follow me. But like 5 minutes later, just the stank creeps from the back of the bar all the way to the front. And just one by one, everybody in the bar's face just turns the sourest of like horrible, angry face. And by process of elimination, they found out it was me because I was the last one in there. And I was like, oh, fuck, all right. Like, yeah, man, you're going to need to like finish your beer and just get out of here for now. Like, I'm sorry we have to do this, but just like, it's gross. And there's like people walking around with Lysol and shit. And then, like, maybe 6 months later, I go back to the same bar. It's me, Bree. Before we even started dating, we were just friends. And I want to say, like, 3 other people or something like that. I can't remember. I was pretty buzzed by the time we went in there. But go in. I order my drinks. I'm like, all right, I got to go to the bathroom. I go. And I do one of the drive-by poops that a lot of people talk about. They just go in, squat, go, and then get the shit done and get out.
Right.
Like, I went in there at Mach 2. I was like speed racing. Go in there, get out, go start chugging my beer because like everybody's looking at me like, Nick, you good? You good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Stone face, staring at the wall, not making eye contact with a single fucking soul. Not even my friends. And lo and behold, 5 minutes later, the stank comes through again. They're like, dude, it was you again. We know it was you. Please leave.
I can't believe that. See, that's the thing is, that is what bathrooms are for.
Exactly.
So it's kind of shocking to me that they would do that. Like, if I was you, I think I might have decided to take a stand the second time.
I mean,
no. That's a bathroom.
Like,
bathrooms are for shitting. Call the cops.
Like, another fun fact about that bar, I actually worked there for a little bit. I was a head cook over there for a little while.
Okay.
So I knew everybody, and they're like, Nick, you need to go, dude. Like, you got to stop. Like, so it was friendly about it.
Okay.
But, like,
it wasn't
just
like being
right.
banned. Like, you get the fuck out of my bar, you disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, man. But that's one of the many stories. I've been kicked out of a couple other local bars around my area.
For the same thing?
You know, same thing. Not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kicked out of bars, but never for that. Anytime I've been removed from a place, I've very much deserved it.
Fighting, strangling somebody, you know, all that good shit.
I mean, no. One of my favorites, one of my favorite stories is I was at a club for gentlemen with my brother because we're gentlemen, and we're hanging out, and it was a BYOB place. And when you go in, like if you bring booze, if you're over 21. Or if you're under 21, they gave you a wristband. So that means you're not allowed to have booze. You're just going to like buy soda at the bar because you can get in at 18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my brother was 20, and we go in and they give him the wristband. I brought booze, and he goes into the bathroom as soon as he goes in, and he rips off his wristband, and he comes out and he's drinking the beer, and we're hanging out, we're having fun, you know, we're buying each other dances and all that kind of stuff, and we're there for like a good hour or more, and then the bouncer comes up, and they only have one bouncer. It's like a small little place. It's in Gloucester City. It's not a you know, fancy club or anything like that. It was just a place we would hang out, and the bouncer comes over and he's like, "Did he take his wristband off?" And my brother's like, "What wristband?" And he's like, "Let me see your ID." And he's like, "Yeah, I took my wristband off." And he's like, "You guys got to go." And I look at him, and the guy's like your height, and it's just like a little bit chubby. Like it didn't look like a scary bouncer. You know, he was just like a little dude that, like, you know, changed your money into singles. Like that was really his main function at the bar. Yeah. And I was feeling pretty good. I was pretty fired up. I was there with my brother and a couple of friends, and I turn around and I look at him, and I was like, "How many bouncers do you have?" And he was like, "It's just me. You guys still have to get out." And I was like, "You better have a gun. You think you're getting us out of here?" And he walked away, and he just walked away and went back to where he sits. And I was like, "Oh shit, we won!" All right, and like we're like high fiving and stuff. And then like 20 minutes later, the cops came. They had guns. We left.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have guns. We're out of here. We'll see us.
One of the few job descriptions where you're legally handed a gun.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was the line. I go, "Yeah, you think you're getting me out of here? You better have a gun." He called the cops. They had guns. They got us out.
It's like all 9 of them. Oh, yeah. Cool, thanks.
Yeah, luckily I knew one of them, so they were just like, "Just leave, just get out of here." I'm like, "All right, yep, we're going. Thank you, bye."
You got it.
That could have been a less funny story. It could have been a less funny story if I actually went to jail for that shit.
Done like a week and a half in jail just because you didn't want to leave a strip club.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was like a Friday night, so I would have definitely been in until like at least Monday. It would have been annoying.
What are you drinking, Tommy? I saw you got something you're drinking.
I just finished it. I'm drinking I think it's Old Smoky Moonshine. It's the Moonshine cherries and Coke.
Oh, okay. You're drinking that store-bought moonshine.
Yeah.
Boy, you got to get on my level and get the real moonshine.
That's right. You got some good stuff, right? You better save some of that for me.
No, don't worry. There's a whole thing of it. I get still sitting in my fridge. It's caramel apple.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you know someone who is legitimately making moonshine, or is it just like Everclear that they're flavoring?
No, he makes the moonshine.
No shit.
Yeah, but it's good shine too, because he was also a cook. I'm not gonna say anything who he is, but he was also a cook, so he knows the shit by trade. So he knows all of how to flavor. He has like hundreds of different flavors he can do. Unless he gets like a certain amount of people who want one single flavor, he won't do them.
Right.
So like he has a key lime pie one, which is one of the best ones I've ever had. Ever. It's so good. Right now, I'm not drinking any shine right now, but I found this yesterday. It's Founder's Green Zebra. Okay. And it's a ghost ale, which is like a sour, but not as sour. It's really, really good.
I have never tried that type of beer. Ghost ale.
It's really, really good.
And I like sours, but that sounds very appealing to me. Like I love Sour Monkey, but I can't ever drink more than like 7 or 8.
7 or 8 coming from a 12% beer. Jesus, Tommy, you're lucky you're like 6'9".
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm like, so like I don't usually drink that much, but like if I wanted to just like really get super fired up, they start to get almost too like sweet or too tart for me.
Yeah,
like it's not like because I'm so drunk that I'm dying. It's like I don't want to drink this anymore. You know what I mean?
Dude, I remember first time I ever drank Sour Monkey. And this was post-surgery, so I digest very fast, so the alcohol hits a lot faster. So I get Sour Monkey, and I'm thinking it's going to be just like, you know, regular Golden Monkey. 11% beer, a little bit bitter. I take one sip, and I was like, oh, this is good. Take another sip, finish the bottle, finish another bottle, finish all 6 of the bottles that I bought.
You're fucked up if you drink a whole 6-pack of that, you're fucked up.
And I did that within an hour and a half.
That's the problem with that stuff.
Like it's dangerous. And
yeah, they go down like Mike's Hards. Like they go down. Like you can drink them.
It was nothing, dude. I was sitting down at the bar at my local cigar lounge, and I stand up. I was like, yo, I gotta take a piss. I stand up, and I'm like, I can't feel anything below my knees. Yeah. And I'm like, this is gonna be a fun walk to the bathroom. I actually had to call my dad to come pick me up. It was hilarious.
You know, so I had something like that happen with me. I was at a softball tournament, and I forget now what kind of beer it was. Like usually at softball, like I like to have a couple beers while I play softball. But it's like Coors Light. You know what I mean? It's a hot day. Like I'll
Yeah.
have a Coors Light or two. Like if I have a tournament, I might end up having like a total of 6 beers for the whole day. Like it's not like I'm getting drunk and playing
Yeah.
softball. Like it was a serious softball team. But
Yeah.
we lost the first game, so then we had like a pretty long break. We had like 3 hours in between, and it was like the hottest day of the year. It was the middle of July. You know, we're out on the field, so the sun's just beating down on you, and it's like noon, and you know we don't play again until 2:30 or 3 o'clock. So I didn't bring any beer, and I say to my buddy, "Did you bring any beer?" And he says, "Yeah." He says, "Yeah. What do you usually like to drink?" He had a cooler of all kinds of different beers. I said, "Well, like Coors Light or something like that." So he's like, "All right, yeah, try this," and he gives it to me, and I didn't really look at it or read it or anything like that. I opened it up; it tasted like any other beer, like a Coors Light. I mean, it was very easy to drink, so I drank it very fast, and then I drank the second one relatively quick, and then he gave me a third, and he said, "You didn't look at those, huh?" I said, "What do you mean?"
You're
Now,
like,
I hadn't
"What?"
eaten. I hadn't eaten yet. It's like 12:30 at this point, maybe 1 o'clock. I'm 2.5 beers in, and I look at it, and it was like 14 or 15% alcohol.
Good Lord.
And I've been sitting on the bleachers, just like watching the game, like laughing, having a great time. And like as soon as I read it, it was like it synced in. Like I saw it, and that's what made me drunk. Like I saw it, and I was like, "Oh no." And I looked at him, he was like, "I got you, motherfucker." And I was like, "Dude, why would you we gotta play in like an hour and a half. Like, why would you do that? I gotta play first base."
Like, I'm a pivotal part of this team.
Yeah, I was so hammered. But at that point, I just doubled down. I finished those beers. And I had to call my dad to come pick me up.
I like how both of our stories ended with our dad had to pick us
Yeah,
up.
I did. I had to call my dad to come pick me up. I was playing in Cherry Hill. I was only like 25 minutes from my house. So I was like, "Dad, you gotta come get me." He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "No, I'm hammered. You gotta come get me."
Dad, I can't feel feelings.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die if I try to go home, Dad.
It's like, do you want that on your conscience? I called you first. Oh man.
Do you play any
Yeah,
sports or
dude.
anything? Nick?
I used to play baseball when I was still big, when I was younger. I played football. I was the only freshman in my high school's history to make varsity,
That's awesome.
only because of how big I was.
Yeah.
They had me as a center on like, so they just kept me there, and like nothing came through. I was a brick shit house. I was small, but damn it was I wide.
Right.
Like, you're not getting around me. Not happening. So, yeah, I made varsity for a little bit, and I just quit the team halfway through the season. I was like, and my grades were starting to slip, so I was like, you know what? I'd rather just pass with good grades, and you know, this isn't going to get me anywhere. I don't really want to do football for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I wanna
so,
cook,
but
man.
you said you played baseball when you were younger too?
Yeah. I played baseball from, I want to say when I was 7 years old all the way until I was 15.
Have you thought about getting on a softball team? There's tons of recreational softball leagues that are like super fun and pretty laid back. Like nowadays, it's weird. Like when I remember, I always went to all my dad's softball games. Like he was like a softball junkie, and he only played in like real serious leagues, real serious teams, tournament teams. And
Yeah.
but there's like recreational leagues now that are like fun. It's like it's Sunday fun. Like the league by one of the leagues by me. I don't play in this league. I play in a competitive league. But one of the leagues by me is it's literally called Sunday Fun Day. Like they keep score, but there's not even a playoffs. There's no championship. There's every team brings a cooler. Like, and that's what it is. You go out, you drink some beers, you hang out with some people that you wouldn't have met before. Like you can even enter. You can even enter a lot of these leagues as a free agent, and they'll ask you what position you want to play. And then, you know, like, say if I had 6 or 7 people who wanted to play, I could say, hey, we all want to play together, and then they'll give us 3 or 4 free agents to field the whole team.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So, like, you don't have a full team, they're going to hook you up.
Yeah, and even if you don't have any team at all, you can go, you make friends. A lot of the teams will stop out at bars after the games and stuff like that. It's a really cool time.
Now, my sister actually used to be on a recreational team in our area. They were actually called the Nads. So every time before the game, when they would do the huddle, they would end it with "Go Nads." So I was like, "All right, that's funny."
I've been on some
team.
pretty funny team names. My favorite team name that I had was one of those rec leagues. We were called BYE.
All right.
So that way it would show up on the schedule as bye.
Oh,
We figured we win at least
terrible.
half of our games by default.
every game's a forfeit if you try hard enough.
It didn't happen, but everyone thought it was hilarious.
You guys just show up trashed completely. It's like, oh, that's why they're called bye. We waste our time driving to the field and then we have to leave. No, but I got a baseball field literally right in my backyard. My house is connected to a local park. So they just renovated it, like brand new dugouts, brand new field, brand new turf, everything. It's a nice ass field. And for the league I used to play with when I was younger, we used to have to use all the fields on like the high schools and the middle schools and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon, like literally like 3 years after I stopped playing is when they built the new field behind us, and now it's the official field of the league.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you son of a bitch. I was like, I could have just walked to every game. But like it's literally 500 feet from my house.
That's cool. Yeah, dude, you gotta look into it. You gotta look into it.
Yeah,
It's
I
fun.
definitely should. There's plenty of places around here that do it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of leagues. So,
Oh man.
You're not smoking anymore. That kicked.
Yeah, kicked.
I
It's
took
starting
too
to
long.
taste like fart.
That took too long.
I was thinking I was gonna pack a new bowl. I know we're on live stream, but I want to go to the bathroom first, and I don't feel like taking y'all in.
I gotta make a drink. So here's what we're gonna do. You want to? Should we sign off and just hang out on meets and see if other people want to come hang out, or do you want to stay on live?
That's up to you. I mean, is there anybody in the chat that's talking?
No.
I think let's meet up on meets.
All right. So I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Nick, the THL American Bald Eagle. There will be a photo shoot very, very soon. Don't forget about that.
The unofficial mascot.
No, I'm an admin. It'll be fucking official. What are you talking about? What are you talking? I'm one of the
fair
founders
enough,
here.
I'll
What are you
take
talking about? It will be the official THL mascot. Will be Nick. We will do a photo shoot very soon. We're gonna hop off. I'm gonna share the meets link, so anyone who wants to come hang out is more than welcome to. This has been the Barstool Meets. Everyone has an opportunity to be on this if you would like to. You can shoot me a message and let me know, or be on the lookout in the Barstool chat, our official dedicated chat, because I will occasionally come in and be like, hey, who's smoking? Who wants to go live? And that means you're going to come on and bullshit with me. That's the idea.
So, yeah.
Anything you want to say,
guys
Nick?
I know you guys like to end the show with Don't Be a Loser, but I'm just going to end it with my signature thing. Stay moist.
Stay moist. I like that. Later, guys.